I'm starting to believe y'all need a cup to deal with me.
Hello, you guys. Guess what? We are 6 years old. Thank you guys so much. Welcome to the Simply Her Empower Connection Show. I'm your host, Nikki A. Kaiser. And yes, we are 6 years old. Yeah, 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 yeah. Happy birthday to us at Simply Her Empowerment Connection Show. I'm super excited, you guys. And wow, what an amazing August kickoff show we have tonight for you guys. Listen, I'm super excited. Thank you to our amazing guests and all of our sponsors who have been along the journey with us here at the Simply Her Empowerment Connection Show. Thank you guys for showing up each and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I thank you all for just showing us love. 6 years. Oh my God. Time flies when you're really having an amazing time and providing resources each and every Sunday. And so I'm super excited that you guys are here with us and y'all have been loving on us. Hey, Miss Brittany, thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor, like, tag, and share the video. This is a wonderful time for us to do that. But I definitely want to say thank you to our sponsor, Elite Professional Services. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for all that you do. And again, JNA Services, thank you so much for your love. Thanks for all that you do as our continuational partnerships and to each and every person who have donated, who have invested, and really seriously have done some amazing things with us here at the Simply Her Empowerment Connection show. We thank you guys for loving us for the last past 6 years. Oh my God, have you just really seriously been keeping up the scores of how amazing this show has been? And we have brought you guys some amazing guests. So tonight is no different. But tonight, I want you to know we need you to join in, get excited. Nonprofit organizations, stand up. Where are you? Go ahead on and drop your name there in the chat. We want to say hello to you guys. Do me a favor, like, tag, and share our video. Hello, our YouTube family. Go ahead on and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay connected with us each and every Sunday. Hey, we got an amazing guest tonight. Carroll No Excuses Smith. She is here tonight and she's about to drop some nuggets, some gems, and give us some real life reality about how you can be in an amazing nonprofit organization with an at risk feeding program and some more wonderful gems that she knows. She's no stranger to after school. She's no stranger to childcare. She's no stranger to really, really hustling hard and making things happen. And so tonight, I want you guys to definitely be excited about our guest. Hey, brother, what's going on, Jerome Robinson? We thank you again, JNA Robinson Services. Thank you guys so much for being amazing sponsors and partners with us here. We're 6 years old, and so let's get this party started right. All right, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Miss Carroll.
Hey, Miss Nikki.
What's going on? How are you?
I am great and happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. We're
I
super
am
excited.
I am so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank
We
you.
wish you many more years.
Yeah.
This is your ministry. This is your thing. And we thank you. We
Yeah.
really thank you for being a blessing to all of us.
Yeah. I thank you so much for being on our show. Like you're kicking off our August birthday. You know, I was telling God about how amazing I wanted this year to be like all the other years because it is very important that we provide resources that are real truth and honestly resources that our families and community and other businesses, ministries, and persons can use. And it's so amazing how he wows me each and every day and he give me great people like yourself and all our amazing guests that have been with us in the past. And so I want to say thank you. You guys, y'all have no idea how amazing it is to have this lady right here on the stage. We're going to tell you more about our story and how we got connected. But Miss Carroll, do me a favor. I'm going to get our friends in on over here because they need to hear this. Go ahead on and introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, and I'm going to give you this platform. Go for it.
Thank you so much once again, Nikki. Hi, everyone. My name is Carroll Smith, and I am the owner of Purpose Driven Business. We do business on purpose and with purpose. And I'm also the founders of Ladies of No Excuses. an organization that we are dedicated to making a difference. We are dedicated to making sure that every woman that we come in contact succeeds. There's no excuses not to exceed. We don't care what you've been through, how you went through it, how bad things were, or even how good things were. We don't care anything about the depression and the setbacks. We're here to encourage and empower and equip you to reach your full potential. I am just an everyday regular person who has experienced a lot of things in life, what we call setbacks. But from those setbacks, I allowed them to be my push to do better. I was determined not to be a statistic to what society said I couldn't or could have. I was determined to get those things that I know I could get. And so that's what Ladies of No Excuses is about. I just want to be able to help somebody else reach the level that they're trying to reach in life.
I'm excited. Don't worry about it. Listen, sometimes things get a little sidetracked over here on this production side. But yes, ma'am, that's what it's about. So now, listen, y'all, we're going to have some real good conversation. If you know someone who has a nonprofit organization, why don't y'all do me a huge favor? Let's start asking these persons to come on in, start writing their names in the chat, tell these people to come in and get on, because this is going to be a real big blessing to all who are really serious about learning how to grow their nonprofit organizations. And so that's what tonight is dedicated to. And we definitely want to make sure that we are able to give you guys some gems, nuggets that's going to really seriously push you where you need to be. So I want to tell y'all, let your friends know. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make sure, Carol, we can get these people in here because, you know, every day, it does not stop by no means. Every day, somebody stops me and says, hey, Nikki, I have a question.
Exactly. So join in, you all. Today is the day that we give it to you. Today we give you all that extra information, all those questions that we sometimes don't get a chance to answer. Tonight we're going to give you the answer to those questions.
That's right. And the reason for that is because, again, Carol, you and I, we talk a lot about how we are really seriously interested in building our communities, building our neighborhood community. Grassroots nonprofit organizations are important. And the way that we need to build them and make sure that there is an opportunity, I just think that we have to continue to build to that type of way of showing. And I think it's great that we are people that can show. Now, the backstory on me and Carol is simple. Carol, hey, Jessica, Carol and I mutually worked for a company. And so we were no strangers to people trying to separate our greatness and never wanted us to come to one and become one on one accord. So that's something that we definitely, Carol, we're going to talk about that, networking and really seriously how we are putting our mouths out on people in our networking, right?
Exactly.
And so Carol and I were not seeing eye to eye based upon what somebody else's eyes were, and they were trying to avoid that opportunity. And I just believe that God has a way of really putting people where they need to be. And what happened? I can't even tell you, Carol. You may know the more of the story, but let me just say this here. She and I have been inseparable. We really seriously worked those situations through. We shared information. Communication is the key.
Yes,
we shared communication, conversation, dialogue, and found out what was real true, what was not so true. What really seriously was the purpose of us both. And we found out that we really truly need each other. And so I am very grateful for that because, Carol, you really seriously are a real live rare ruby to people, and really seriously your story. So what's your story on how we got together?
Well, in the Carroll No Excuse version of it, just like you said, Nikki, we were faced with a divider.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Right.
Who,
yes, Jessica, communication is the key.
Greatness. And in their defense, they wanted to do it for their own personal gain.
Wow.
We all know everybody is about gaining for themselves. But what
Mm-hmm.
they failed to realize is we all would have came together as a team and
Yeah.
did things the right way. We would have been such a great impact on the community that we were in at that time.
Yeah.
Needless to say, you cannot stop what God has in place. I don't
Can't stop
care.
it.
I don't believe in coincidence anymore. Our coming together was for purpose.
Yeah.
And we always got to know that Satan is going to and fro. He's seeking those that he can devour. And
Absolutely.
that person allowed Satan to but God still ruled.
Yes.
And here we are together. I learned from that situation and so many other situations is I cannot base my opinion about somebody based on what someone else has told me.
That's it.
That's not good in my personal life, and it's definitely not good in my business life. Even though, people might have issues with someone in business, maybe a project didn't go the way that person is expecting, so they might have a negative vibe or a negative opinion towards that person. It does not mean that is going to be what happens in the next business venture with someone else. And so I've learned not even to cast people down because of disputes or disagreements. Why spread something on someone else? It's not worth it when at the end of the day we're missing the common purpose, and that is to grow and to help others.
Yes, absolutely. And it is the truth. And I love it because that's the thing that we really seriously want to start putting out there. Listen, hey, what's going on, first time moms? Listen, nonprofit organizations, when you guys come in, drop y'all Addy, drop your information because we want to shout you guys out. And we definitely want to make sure we are definitely saying hello to you guys tonight. And Carol, I love what you're saying because that's exactly where we are. We have to get to a place. Hey, Monica, Candy's Way Out is in the building. Okay, listen, I'm excited about these grassroots nonprofit organizations. We coming in, baby. We got to look. Candace Way Foundation, baby, they are here. Candace Way Out Foundation is in the building. I am super excited about this opportunity for us to talk about how we can really truly add to our community and build relationships. And the miscommunication is always the number one key, especially as you said, if there's a divider, that divider is on a mission.
Yes.
And that mission is for them to keep us all out of the real purpose of what it is so we can grow to the levels that we need to go. Could you just imagine, Carol, if we could all get together, if we really seriously could all get together and put in the work together? Like, could you imagine, girl?
Could you imagine us taking over so many areas with positivity?
Oh,
With so and I think that's what people miss out. We get so caught up in the negative, we fail to see what we all could do as one body.
yes.
I get excited when I see especially women coming together
Oh,
doing great things. That I get really excited because number one is not expected out of women.
yes.
Number two, it shows that we can come together.
Yes.
And so if and we want to even get past that. We want to now start networking with people who want to make a difference, people
Come
who
on.
want to succeed, people who
Yes.
have the drive to do what it
Yes.
takes, not only to get to where they're going, but to help somebody else get there. See, my
Yes.
greatest passion is not me getting to the level I want to be, but helping somebody else get there.
That's
So,
it.
and I think if we start partnering with those individuals with the same mind, same like mine, our
Yeah.
mindsets have to change if we're going to be successful.
Absolutely. And the thing is that, we know, good job, Jay Kirby. We know that so many people come into this place and this space of our mindset and everything, we like have a bad attitude in place of somebody has hurt us. So let's talk about that right there alone because Carol, we've all got our share of hurt. We all have our share of hurt. Look, I worked today with 3 other organizations, and the people were really happy and blessed. Listen, yes, ma'am, Monica Williams. That is truly an amazing, amazing thing to work with 3 nonprofit organizations. Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's a big
Wow.
one. Big kudos for that. That's exactly the goal. Networking is the key. Absolutely, Jessica. So let's talk about that, working through that hurt. How do we really seriously learn to work through that hurt?
For me, Nikki, working through my hurt was actually having to take a self-evaluation of myself. A
Mm,
lot of times the hurt that we feel is because of what we have on the inside of us. Everybody
mm,
doesn't hurt in the same area. Everybody's emotions are not the same. Everybody's feelings are not the same. So what hurts me may not hurt you. And
mhm.
so then I had to figure out, why does this hurt me? This is a personal thing now. Yes, I'm hurt. Why am I hurt? What is it
Okay.
that really attacked me mentally that made me feel this way? So I believe in self-evaluation. I believe in sitting back, looking at what it is that I need to do better to be better for me. Um, Now, of course, we relationships, whether it's a personal relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, an intimate relationship, we've all experienced hurt in those areas.
Mhm.
We have to then look at who we allowed to come into our lives, who we allowed ourselves
Absolutely.
to partner with. I'm not saying we take the fault for the hurt that we receive, because we're not responsible for what people do to hurt us, but we are responsible for how we react to it and how we let it affect us. I
Yes.
am a person that, through some of the hurt I've experienced in life, I have let it be a downfall for me. I went into a very deep depression. Um, I literally gave up. I stopped believing in me
Ooh.
because of what someone else did. And when I stopped believing in me, then I started allowing other people to hurt me, because I then lost my own self value. Now, when I got my
Yeah.
self value back, they were in trouble. So
See?
I believe how you deal with that hurt is to deal with your inner you.
Oh wow. I think that's good. Cause see, this the thing, Carol, and I love it. Just tell the story of, cause I love, listen, this is raw, this is real. Y'all know how we do over here. And if you guys have questions, y'all put those questions in the comments, because we gonna answer your questions. If you have questions, this lady right here is a nonprofit expert. She is truly great at what she does. She will help you get your funding. And because that's one of the things we know we talk about, girl. Everybody want to know how to get the bag. They want to know how to get the
They want
coin.
money.
I mean, we love the community. We love the people we serve, but we need funds. Let's
Exactly.
just be real. And tonight is one of those nights that we got to talk about how can we really seriously do the business work of the heart that we love with the passion. And so y'all put y'all comments in there and we're going to answer those questions. But Carol, tell them about how you guys look. Jessica said everybody know Miss Nikki keeps it real. Listen, I do my very best. Oh yes, I'm in the process of self-evaluation. That's very good, Monica. Very good. And it is true that we have to do, I love when you said you have to do that self-evaluation. So tell your story as far as what you want to share, because this is the part for me. I don't like when folks be telling us about how they started from the bottom in the mud and now they at the mountaintop, and it's like, can you tell me
I
what
got
happened
that.
in
What
the
happened in
middle?
between?
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but can I get some of that middle? Because I'm in the middle, man. I'm in the middle. So yeah.
So, where do I start? Uh, so let's go here, because I am an open book. I am a high school dropout.
Wow.
I'm a teenage parent.
Wow.
I am a person that got into some criminal activities and got into some legal trouble, some big legal trouble.
Yeah.
Um, I had a very good foundation.
Yeah.
My parents were great. I did everything they told me not to do. I was the
Mm.
child that they said go right. I definitely went left, and I left a note to say I was going left. So it was not that I did not have the right foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It was that I just wanted to do things on my own. I
Wow.
got married at 18 years old. Literally at 18 years old, I was a high school dropout with 3 children. I married the father of my children. That marriage did not work. We were married for 11 years, but that marriage didn't work. Neither one of us knew what we were doing when we got married. That was just that was just crazy. Um, I struggled. I struggled as a parent. Thank God that I did have my mom, who was my backbone, and she
Yeah.
stepped in and she helped me raise my children. I ended up incarcerated. Society said I would never be anything.
Mm.
Society said that my children would never graduate from high school. And
Wow.
if my children did graduate from high school, that my girls would have babies, all of my kids would have babies. All 3 of my children graduated from high school. They're all doing really, really well. I was
Wow.
determined, even at the worst part in my life, even when I was still messing up, even when things still looked bad for me, that I was not going to be a statistic. Am I saying that I did everything correct? No, I did not. I can honestly tell everybody in the last 3.5 to 4 years is when my life has finally got on track. Now, let's look at the timeline. I told you when I was 18, I had 3 kids.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, in the last 3.5, 4 years, my life has finally got on track. I'm 48. Look how long it took me to get on track.
Oh, but right on time.
Right on time.
Oh,
Here's the thing. I want somebody to know I don't care how much you've been through. I don't
yeah.
care what it looks like right now. It is still possible for you to come out of that situation. The first thing you have to do is you have to have a determination to be better.
Yes.
You got to look at yourself and stop blaming everybody else. I blame everybody for everything that I went through. I blame my mama. She didn't
Yeah.
love me enough. She loved my brother more than she loved me.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She didn't know how to deal with me. I was crazy.
Yeah.
I blame my ex-husband. Oh, he hurt me. I allowed him to hurt me. Some of
Oh,
that stuff I did not have to take. Let's just be real.
yeah.
The system failed me. No, the system did. I failed the system because I was one out there doing that criminal stuff.
Hmm.
When I stopped placing fault on everybody else and
Wow.
everything else, and I came to realize that I was the issue, I had to love myself past my own faults.
That's it.
I had to say, hey, you're the problem.
Yeah.
Then I had to change my mindset.
Yeah.
I had to stop thinking so negative. Now, do not get me wrong. I am not pretending like, hey, every day is a positive day for me. No, because I have them days.
Yeah.
But I've learned how to get my mind back in balance, back in place. I learned how I don't have to be a part of every in crowd.
Oh, wow.
I learned to connect to people that wanted to help me get to where I was, people who valued who I was, people who
Wow.
could see what I had in me and value that versus using me for what I had in me, Nikki, using me for what I had in me,
Yeah.
but not helping me get to where I need to be, but helping them get to where they need to be.
Wow.
So once again, it goes back to you got to do some self-evaluation. Through all of that, through everything that I've experienced, my greatest joy of all of it is everything that I experienced. And I know that sounds crazy.
Wow. No, it don't. Cause see, that's what somebody needs to understand. They went through it because you learned what you sound like you saying is, Carol, is that you learned a lesson.
When I go back and I look at everything that I went through,
I know, Monica, it is a beautiful testimony. Yes.
it is lessons in that.
God is always on time.
Ladies of No Excuses was formed in my mind while sitting on bunk A124. So I can honestly tell the world.
Somebody may not know what you just said. For those who may not know what that
Buck
You know,
ain't
because
worked before.
we got some folks, they ain't never walked in trouble. They always been walking the clouds. Oh yeah, I'm going there. You know, they walk with Jesus. They walk faster than Jesus.
Yeah,
Look,
I walked with him too. He was right
right,
there with
Monica.
me the
Monica
whole
said
time.
fail. But
Yeah, yeah, that's
somebody,
the sale.
somebody walking on the clouds and they ain't never anyways.
That's where Ladies No Excuses came from. Sitting
Wow.
on a bunk while
Wow.
I was incarcerated.
Incarceration brought forth the person.
I will never forget. I wrote it all down and I sent it home to my mom. I laughed a couple weeks ago. I went to her house and we were looking for my birth certificate, and I pulled out this dumb bag I sent to her when I was incarcerated. I was like, "What did I expect you to do with that?" But I will never forget sending a letter home to my mom and with all that in. And she came to visit me and she said, "What is that?" And I was like, "I'm starting a business when I get out." What did everybody say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was over 20 years ago. It is
Wow.
just now manifesting. It is just now, it was always here.
Yeah.
But I still had some things I had to go through. I still had some things I had to experience. I still had some growing to do. I still had some developing to do. You know, I believe that everybody has a place where they stop growing, but they continue to develop. Physically, I stopped growing, but mentally, I am still developing. And what God had to do was allow me to develop to be able to handle the task of Ladies or No Excuses, to be able to handle the task of purpose-driven business, to understand the integrity of doing business the right way. Because trust me, I did business the wrong way a whole lot.
Oh,
I have. I can tell that story over and over again. Some people may say, "You saying that you should be ashamed," and I am, but I'm not, because I learned that hey, it's just easier to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know why it's easier to do it the right way? Because I'm no longer doing this.
Yeah.
Looking over my shoulder.
The peace. The peace at night.
The peace. I can go to sleep at night not saying, "Man, I hope they don't find them falsified documents."
Oh.
So
wow.
I encourage anybody that is viewing this, that might view it later, just know that it is not too late. I don't care what life has dished out.
Yeah.
Bad relationships, bad marriage, failed business, depression. It's not too late. But you have to be determined to do it differently.
Yeah.
It's in
definitely.
you. You have to come up with things that's going to make you okay. Now, my circle is so small, literally, I can look to the left and to the right real quick, and my circle is over. It's like, ain't nobody else there. It is just not there. I chose that circle because when I had the big circle, I had this person over here that was doing this, and I wanted a part of that. And they was doing this, and I wanted a part of that. You know what happened? I was left in the middle of that circle when everything started falling down. Everything was so I joined the circle where people were uplifting.
Yeah.
They were uplifting and correcting.
Say that part. Lifting and correcting.
Around you that's gonna pick you up, that's gonna encourage you, that's gonna push you. But they also gotta be able to correct you. I don't want a yes man in my circle. Just I don't give me no yes man.
Why you know you helping, right?
Man? Because all of yes, and I could be 100% wrong. But I'm listening to your yeses, thinking the wrong way, and I done lost everything because I got yes people in. No, give me somebody that's going to encourage me and correct me. And then give me the right spirit to be able to take that correction and apply it to my life that I might be better. You cannot help anybody until you get in a better place.
Yes.
Nikki knows that I worked in child care for years. Yes. And I've helped so many people. I opened my own daycare facility, and I don't share this story a lot, but tonight I just feel like being open.
Listen, you're going to help somebody. And everybody that's watching us live, listen, you guys, we are with Carroll No Excuses Smith. Y'all need to go ahead on. I promise you, we are going to give you what you need. Y'all need to get the people on here. Y'all know somebody that definitely need this. You know somebody that really seriously they're looking for information. They're really seriously battling. Tonight is a good night. Nonprofit organizations, get on, listen, encourage. Y'all definitely don't want to miss this good opportunity. Go ahead, Carol.
I was helping people in childcare. I've lost count. I know I did 9 facilities. Helped people open 9 facilities from the ground up that were literally dirt.
Yeah.
Went in with my knowledge, and I got these facilities up and running, and I'm directing their facilities, and I'm doing everything. I jumped out. Thought an opportunity came my way. Moved into a 6,000 square foot building. Designed it to the way I wanted it to be. To this day, I cannot go in this area of town because it hurts my heart to see that building.
Ooh.
And I could not understand. Business was great, but I could not understand why I was struggling in business.
Wow.
What I figured out was I had the knowledge of a director, but I did not have business management knowledge.
Uh-oh. Y'all pull y'all pens and paper out. It's about to get real.
There's a difference in knowing how to do something and knowing how to manage something, knowing how to run something. Remember I told you a few minutes ago, I had to learn these lessons. Here was another lesson that I learned, and it hurt, y'all. And I'm be honest, it still hurt now. I just told you I can't drive by that building.
Right. Wow.
I looked the address up every 6 months on child care licensing. The people that are selling there ought to go anyway. They just doing all the wrong stuff in my building, Nikki. I'm sorry, I had a moment. But
listen, trust and believe you me. You know, look, I feel you now. You know how I feel. I feel my way now. Don't go there.
Right. So I went into a very deep depression. Like, how can this not happen for me? I did this for everybody else, and it couldn't happen for me.
Yeah.
And woke up one day and was like, hey, yeah, you know how to be a director, but you don't know how to be a business owner.
Mm.
You thought all the money that came in, you were supposed to go do what you wanted to do with it. No, you got to manage the business. You didn't realize that, hey, sometimes you got to pay your people. And when you get through paying all the bills and the overhead, there's not much for you to go ball with.
Mm.
You know what that taught me? That taught me then, hey, you need some more knowledge. It taught me to start researching. It taught me to start being around other people who had this knowledge. And to this day, I am still seeking people that have knowledge that I don't have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm sharing the knowledge that I do, so knowledge will come back to me.
Gotcha. And that's what I love. That's what I love what you said, because see, we know how to manage some things. And the ownership seat is totally different, Carol, than it is from the director seat. The director has a lot of things that they have to be responsible for, but to be the owner, and this is what I always talk about. I wrote in my book about employee versus employer, and it is a difference.
A big
There's
difference.
a huge difference. As an employee, you get to be managing one part, but as a owner, you're in charge of the whole kit caboodle. And so I love the fact that you said that, and the fact that your transparency of it still bothers you. See, that's the thing that we got to get to and stop allowing people to tell us this. Oh, that's something that happened in my past and I'm over. No. If there's a trigger, that's a trigger. That means that you're still processing, you're still building, and at some time, God is going to give you what you need to be able to push you through that moment so you don't have to feel like I got to go all the way around instead of passing by that site. I got to do 3 to 15 minutes extra timing versus I'll be able to breeze by it. And I think that's important because those are triggers. Those are triggers. And so in this, Carol, I really don't understand people. But I'm starting to say to myself, I better stop trying to understand people to that degree. Like you said, building circles, and not even trying to build a circle for yourself, but just to know that it's a resource that's
Right,
available. And I
right,
think that people are so accustomed to building relationship with people who are gonna get quick, scheme them. They're quick and fasting to those things versus people that says like us, okay, here's the knowledge, here's what you need, but here are the rules that go with it. We scare them when we have to tell them about the rules.
and you know, I tell people in my child care trainings and in the nonprofit trainings, when you're doing things, if you don't know the rules, you'll never know if you're doing them the correct way. I tell
Mm,
people in child care, you indirectly work for the state. The state set those rules in place. Yes, that business has a owner, but that owner did not make those rules or those regulations. You indirectly work for the state. How are you going to successfully do your job if you don't know what the state requires?
that's it.
And that's where I think we as people fail at being successful, is because we want it right now. We don't want to take out the
Oh,
time to do the necessary research and learn what is necessary to do it the right way. I have learned, especially with this non at-risk program, I am not doing it the way somebody told me to do it. I'm learning. I'm researching. I'm getting on the phone. I'm making phone calls. I'm asking
yeah.
questions. I'm going to trainings because I've saw so many people do it and it didn't work. And so I went to being curious, like, why is this program not working? Wait a minute, this is what
Mhm.
the book say. And the book says it's pretty easy, but then I figured out, oh, it's not working because, hey, they missed step 2, 3, and 4. They went from 1 to 10 getting a check. Well, you didn't do 2.
Ooh,
And so now you're caught up in situations. And that's what I'm trying to do, especially with this at-risk program. I am trying
yeah,
to teach people how to successfully start and maintain this program. This program is a great program that brings resources to the community. It
yes.
gives the children enrichment activities. It gives them uh, good meals. If you're doing it the right way, you're providing good wholesome meals to the children. You're providing jobs in the community, and you're bringing a revenue into your nonprofit organization. People
Yeah.
say, well, we struggle getting funds. You struggle doing the job. That is one of the things. What we everybody wants the fast money, and this money is pretty good
Mhm.
money, and
Yeah.
it's
So
pretty easy to
let's
make.
talk about that, Carol. Let's talk about this because they let's just get the people what they want because they're gonna be watching on the replay and they're like, yeah, that's a good story and all that, but I mean, I need the money. And it's like I keep saying it each and every week. You want to be the hare instead of the tortoise. But come on, let me go and give you this hair talk. And then you're going to come back and need that one-on-one tortoise because we got them both for you. We can hair you and tortoise you. But go on and tell them about the program, what it is, because I just think it's important. And especially when we have seen, like you said, we've seen so many people do the wrong things. We definitely need to start getting people in process and in place that's going to do the right thing. And I just think that nonprofit organizations that are really seriously struggling in our finances don't have a lot, but we can definitely put together the program, the resource that we are needing to submit so we can be able to help and really truly bring our communities where they need to be and get the things that we necessarily need to be able to be successful.
Okay, Nikki. So with the at-risk program, to all nonprofit organizations that's online and any nonprofit organization that may watch later, this program is not anything that I think will work. I've actually been overseeing and running the program now going on 3 years for my full-time job. This is a program that I've been having knowledge of for the last 25 years. And like I said, I saw so many people do the program the wrong way.
Mhm.
3 years ago, our company decided that this is a program that we wanted to get involved in. We got involved in the program, and I have found out that this program is easier than what most people think. It is the at-risk after-school enrichment program. And so what happens is the government reimburses you for feeding at-risk children. And so when we talk about at-risk children, these are children that are in low-income area. This program is a branch of the National School Lunch Program. I want everybody to catch this. This is key. It is a branch of the National School Lunch Program. Why am I stressing that? It's national. The National School Lunch Program is not going anywhere. It has been around forever, which means that this program is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're always going to have children in low-income areas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these children are always going to need somebody to step in and give them what they're not getting at home. And so what this program does, it provides after-school activities for ages 3 to 18. Yes, I said 18. Most of the time when you hear these programs, you hear programs that are dedicated to small children. This is what I love about this program. You're able to help children that are in middle school and in high school. Most of these children are at that age where they need extra guidance. Let's go back to low-income area. Think about what's going on in the lives of most children in low-income areas. Think about what their atmosphere is showing them. Their atmosphere a lot of times is not showing them a way out. It's not showing them the better parts of life. It's not teaching them financial responsibility. It's not teaching them how to go out and properly obtain a job. It's not teaching them the appropriate ways to dress. These children are becoming products of their atmosphere. So for my passion with the program, it gives us an opportunity to go in and make a difference with these children, not just targeting the small children, but being able to target those older children. And we just don't have that in our societies anymore. You know, I remember when I was growing up, we had places that we can go to and hang out. Well, our neighbors made sure we were in line. You know, I remember, you know, if we was at one neighbor's house, that neighbor had all of us, but we had positive activities going on. I don't want my grandkids going to nobody's house with the things that go on right now. And so with this program, you have the opportunity to build enrichment programs that will help these children and feed them dinner and snack. If your program runs more than 2 hours, let me throw that in for anybody who later may contact me and say, well, I can't do dinner and snack. Your program has to run longer than 2 hours to do both. Okay. If your program runs less than 2 hours, then you can serve a dinner or a snack. But whatever you're serving, you are reimbursed for that meal. I do not want anybody to think, oh, wait a minute, I can put a whole list of children names down and submit them and get paid for them. No, you're not working the program with integrity. That is not right. But I can teach you how to do it the correct way. One of the things that I am most fond of when it comes to my job is that we started off feeding 900 children. I'm sorry, we started off feeding 600 children when we started the program. We are up to feeding 3,200 children a day throughout the city of Houston.
Please say the number again. How many you started with?
We started with feeding 600 children. We are now up to feeding 3,200 children per day. Our goal for this school year is to feed 5,000 children per day. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I told y'all I came from a background. When we first started feeding all these kids, I was like, wait a minute. This scary. Wait, where all these kids coming from? What's going on? I got scared. I was like, wait a minute, this government money, the people coming for us. Nikki, that's how I was thinking. But then I started saying, no, they're not, because you're doing it the right way. I watched this organization start at nothing and be built up to a great organization that is doing even greater things this year. And so I want other nonprofits to get involved. You don't have to be a nonprofit organization that is centered around children. You can be any type of nonprofit organization. If you are serious about bringing revenue into your organization, you're serious about helping people, this is a great start.
Yes.
Not only will it help you, a lot of people say, well, I want to get these grants. How many of you have sat down and really looked at what it takes to get a grant? Most grant applications are asking you for 2 years of financials. Well, if all you got is a 501c3 and you're not doing nothing and bringing nothing in, talk about you waiting on donations, you don't have financials. This is a program that you can get on. You can get your name out there. You can bring in revenue. You can create jobs for the community. You can help children. You're going to even feel better about yourself. How do I know? Because it brings my heart great joy to know the things that we're doing.
Yes. Say that again. Carol, say it again, because, I mean, like you said, I mean, you can't start with a grant. I hate to be the ring bearer of bad news, but we got to get to these places where we got to quit telling folks that they can get these grants. We got to stop doing that. She said, Monica Williams says, what program is this?
This is the at-risk after-school program. It's funded through the USDA. For more information, you can definitely contact me. This is what Purpose Driven does. I teach people how to start this program and how to maintain it. You can also get general information about the program from the Texas Department of Agriculture. This is the state company that's over our branch of the program. So USDA is who actually conducts the program. Texas Department of Agriculture is what we will call our state sponsor for the program. And so you can always go to their website, go under Food and Nutrition Service. You're going to see a child and adult food program, and you'll see the different areas of child and adult food program. At risk is going to be one of them.
But what we're gonna do, Carol, is, because again, I know that you are an amazing teacher and you host classes. So I want to send the people to you so that you can walk them through this thoroughly. Because one thing I know is that, yes, you can give them the information to go search it, but I already know how a lot of people work. They'll be back in our inboxes saying, now what you said again? So I'd rather them just go ahead on and say, let me get with Carol and let me do her class. So what's the name of the class? Where can they find you at?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Purpose Driven Business. I do have a business page there. You can inbox me through Purpose Driven Business. You can inbox me through my personal Facebook page, which is Carroll No Excuses Smith. I will also make sure that Miss Nikki passes out my phone number to those individuals that's online that want my number. My website will be up and going by the end of the week, so you will also be able to contact me on my website.
Do you have to have a commercial kitchen? That was a question asked.
You have to have a kitchen that has been certified by the health department. And so these are some of the things that I teach in my classes. I teach you how to start the program to make sure you have the correct documentation in place. I teach you what your building should consist of, what your site should actually be. I also will teach you how you get funding. I will connect you with sponsors. I have several sponsors that I work with that know that I'm doing training, so I'm referring individuals to those sponsors and they are signing them. For those that want to do consulting with me after you got everything going, I have a program where I micromanage your nonprofit organization, meaning that I make sure that everything that you're doing is going to meet the state requirements so you don't have an issue in getting your funding. Funding is a once a month drop. And so if you can operate at least 6 weeks before you get your first reimbursement, you can survive in this program. Yes. And so I teach you all of that. I teach you how to set up things where you can survive the first 6 weeks. I help you go get sites. Everything that it takes as a consultant and a trainer, yes, I go the extra step to make sure that you are getting those things done. I am currently working with 8 other nonprofit organizations. Most of them will most definitely be up and going no later than the end of September. And these organizations are going ahead and they're working on their kitchens. Some of them may even be online tonight. So they're doing what it takes to get these things going. You all, I cannot stress how great of a program this is. Yes. I cannot. I've been in child care since I was 17. I actually left child care 3 years ago when we started this program, and I'm never going back to child care.
So she says, look,
yeah, okay, I'm a trained in child care. Let me, I am never going to work in a facility.
But the thing is that, and I love it. And you know what? It's nothing wrong with that because you are now moving into the next journey of what you're doing. And so I love the fact that you are really seriously taking into consideration of teaching. And you're, like I said, you're an amazing teacher. You're teaching people how to stay free. Come on now. We staying free. So you won't have a cell block. Okay. So that's the main thing. And that's what we're about here at the Simply Her Empowerment Connection Show. Everybody know I'm going to teach you how to stay free. We're going to get a bag, but we're going to be free. And so I love what you said about helping people. So if you guys have questions, nonprofit organizations, Carol, when will you be doing a workshop? And Carol, let's talk about investing in yourself. Because that is important that we understand. We are nonprofit organizations, but we also are a business. So please talk about how important it is with your workshops and everything.
Okay. So I have several workshops coming up. I have been doing most of my workshops lately via Zoom. I will be doing in-person workshops starting in September.
Oh, wonderful.
I am just getting access to a facility. My job is great. And so I will be doing some in-person workshops starting in September. So please just check my business page or my Facebook page for that. My workshops vary by cost on what we will actually be teaching. So my introductory class, which gives the basic information on how to get started, that class is $75 per person. That is an hour-and-a-half class. Anything after that, those rates are going to be higher because those classes are going to go into detailed information on what you need to do. And so
a basic class, and if you know Carol, she don't do nothing basic, is how much?
$75.
And how much can they get from this program? Because you know people like numbers, they like to hear numbers. So from this basic class of them investing $75, what can they expect if they follow so if they go to Carol's $75 class and then they set up to start their program with you and you get them started, let's say for September, and they go ahead on and get it in and everything's well and they starting up and everything's going great. What are some of those numbers? Let's say if they have about 40 kids, what can them numbers look like for them for reimbursement?
Nikki, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to let anybody start a program with me and tell me they're feeding 40 kids. This is the reason why. 40 kids is no kids to feed if you're really doing it from your heart and for the community.
Uh-oh.
There are so many kids in low-income apartment complexes that desire someone to come in and be that big sister, that big brother, that extra help. I push organizations to start with at least 600 plates a day. Doing 600 plates a day, 5 days a week, that organization is going to bring in about $68,000 that month. I want you to make sure that you heard me. So let me make sure I'm looking directly into the camera. Nikki, am I in the camera?
You're in the camera. You're in the camera.
$68,000 for that month. Feeding 600 children at 22 days out of that month. That's a Monday through Friday. This program you can feed 7 days. There's not a lot of organizations other than the one that I work for. We feed 7 days a week. Now I stress that because I'm sure my lovely boss is watching.
Look,
or will watch.
Monica say I need to find a kitchen.
I will teach you
Listen,
how,
Monica. Listen, Monica, and baby, and you shall find that kitchen.
And so this is another reason why I am so excited to share this information. This
ain't no joke. Wait, Carol. This ain't no joke, y'all. This real life. And you know the good part about this is they know me. My audience know me, and they know I don't play no games. We don't do gimmicks and games. And y'all, this is true. If you ever, so this is what I will say. If your kids ever went to a hood daycare, as y'all call it, if they've ever been to the hood daycare, do you know that your children are on the food program?
Yes.
That they qualify for it. So that's why you get to bring your kids to daycare and you ain't got to bring them no lunch because they're getting reimbursed for feeding your babies those good high quality meals that they give your babies. We praying and hoping that they're giving good quality meals. But we praying, we hoping. But you know, when they went to CLLDC, when my kids went to CLLDC, I'll never forget, and the sponsor that you know so well, she called me and said, I know you're not giving them babies filet mignon over there. I said, yeah, we do. She said, I couldn't believe it. She said, I needed you to send me the picture and the receipt. And I sent it to her. She said, well, they eat filet mignon. I said, they want to know what it was. So we purchased it. So yes. And we got reimbursed real good for that good prime beef.
Well, and Nikki, here's the thing. She did me the exact same way. She called me and she was like, are you all really doing barbecue ribs? And I was like, yes. And so she called our meat vendor to verify. And she was like, okay. And so when she just did her last training, she used all of our stuff to show people how to do it. When we get back to the numbers, Nikki, I would say this, and not to put too much information out there based on our company, but okay, let me say it this way. They feed you, they pay you, not they feed you. They pay you $1.18 per child per snack. They pay you $4.03 per child per dinner meal. If you put those two numbers together, you come up with $5.21. You do the math. You multiply 600 meals times 521. Miss Nikki is multiplying. She got you. I'm going to give her a second. Miss Nikki, tell me what that is.
What was the numbers?
600 times $5.21.
600 times $5.21. $3,100. 31.26.
That's 31.26. That's per day.
Per day times 7 days. Let's do 5 days.
7 days. Let's do times 5 days.
15,630.
Let's do times 4. We're giving them a month times 4. That's 4 weeks.
Okay. You want me to go back and do it times 4?
No, the last number, multiply it times 4.
5. Okay. Then times 4. 62,520.
Now keep in mind, I said 22 days. So we're still missing 2 days off of that. That was $62,000. The numbers speak for itself.
Look, Monica said 30. Monica said 31.26. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Monica. You all the numbers.
So what you're saying is that this is a amazing way to enrich your program, feed families, and really build your nonprofit organization to support other resources that you have to come along with it. And you're giving a meal out.
Exactly. Now, I want to make
And what ages can you feed these families?
Ages 3 to 18. I want to make myself clear on a couple things. This is an after-school program, so you cannot feed into after-school hours. Under the right sponsor, you can operate year-round. If you're not under a sponsor that operates year-round, then you're only operating 9 months out of the year. You're operating from the first day of school to the last day of school. Something else I want to make myself clear on. I don't want anybody to say that I said you can make a profit from this program. You cannot make a profit from the program. But what I will teach you is how you run this program. You make sure that the funds are spent in the correct way. There's there's a percentage that has to be used towards bills. There's a percentage that has to be used towards
materials,
and then there's a percentage for payroll. Now, watch this. In the event you're buying a vehicle out of that.
So Monica, wait a minute. Monica said, you said we can make an impact from this program.
I never said a profit, an impact.
Nope.
And in making that impact, what you're doing is building your nonprofit organization.
Because it's another entity that goes into your program. I mean, think about it. If you're already offering some type of enrichment program for youth services, because majority of us service a family in some kind of capacity.
That's correct.
And if you're already saying, okay, I can make an impact and help them with a little meal after school and an activity or two to just kind of help with some homework assistance, or giving them a life skill program that'll kind of help keep them out of trouble for a few hours. And that's an impact. And what were you saying about the vehicle?
Example, how to use your funding the correct way. If your nonprofit organization needs to purchase a vehicle, we're not talking about a Mercedes car, that's for you. We're not doing that. But if you need to buy a van to transport the food to the locations or where you're serving, that's food program funding. They pay for that. If you need to make sure that your van has the right advertisement, they pay for that. Now, this is what happens.
Good evening.
Around with these vans with all this good advertising on your van, and you going in these areas and you feeding these children. Guess what happens? Somebody hears about it. We do a big Christmas drive every year, and we got a phone call to this day. We have no idea who told CPS about us.
Wow.
We don't know. We got that call from CPS and was like, we got some families that, we're trying to provide some Christmas things for them. I'm like, CPS? The exact same day, we got a call from Baker Ripley. Nikki, when we got the call from Baker Ripley, I was crying and nervous. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But because of what we were doing. So now that connects us to do other programs. And that's why I say this one program can be the start of turning your organization into a nationwide program. Let me make sure I'm clear when I say this. You do not only have to operate in the state of Texas.
Uh-oh.
It's nationwide. See, Nikki, I'm trying to go out of Texas. I want ladies to know.
And the beautiful part about it is that, Carol, we have people that live all over. We have people that we are really seriously, we reach everybody. Like, we have friends that are in Ghana. We have friends that are in Zambia. We have friends that are in Nigeria. We have friends that are in Louisiana, Arkansas. We all over the place. We got Georgia. So this is going to make it beyond Houston, Texas. And yes.
Anybody that is online or that will view this
Arkansas,
later,
absolutely.
I don't care where you are. If you are interested in getting this program started, contact me.
Yes.
I can get you set up to make sure that you can get this program started. It is, I see it's nationwide. Thank you for saying it's nationwide.
It's nationwide. Yeah.
And so
And Carol, now Carol, you know we love to give people that great highs, and that's the truth. But is it work? Is it going to require you to do some work?
So let me be honest with you all. When I get off here, see in this cup right here, Nikki, was lemonade and a little energy drink. Because when I get off with you, I got a slew of work to do before I get to work in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is definitely a lot of work for the administration team. You need the right team of people to be able to do this program.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, we're dealing with government funds, and they do have a sale for a person that don't do it the right way. They got one. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I don't want to see.
So Carol, does it require? So will this? I heard you say something about payroll. So will this give an opportunity for you to hire someone or some people who are able to come in and work in your organization to do that program?
We started our program off 3 years ago, and we had maybe 6 employees. Starting August the 22nd, we have to have at least 60 employees to be able to manage this program.
Wow.
At least 60 employees by August the 22nd. We ended the year off because we stopped working in June. We are coming back in August. This is our last year being off for the summer. We ended the program with over 40 people on payroll.
Wow. And so what are some of the jobs like that you would want to kind of give an idea of what would be the positions and things, but what would be the position that a person with an organization would be looking to hire? I know that cooks are important. I remember that. The cook, the administrator.
It's all according on how you set your program up.
Okay.
Of course, I say you would need at least 4 people, 4 strong individuals on your day-to-day administration team.
Okay.
Reason why I say that, because there are so many things on administration level that has to be done. One person cannot do it by themselves.
Absolutely.
Of course, you
not at 600 plates a day.
Right. And 600 plates a day, Nikki, that was easy. When we got to 15, I almost lost my mind. So it's all according on how many plates that you're actually serving.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you base how many people you need. Administrators.
Yes, it is a blessing.
Needs to be in a place to where starting off, they can basically handle the gist of the program. It's going to be overload. It's going to be the administrative side, and it's going to be the serving and the cooking. But that's just about any business that's starting off. You have to start off with what you have to make it work. As you grow, you're going to need cooks. You're going to need servers. You're going to need platers. You're going to need individuals that can actually teach the enrichment programs with the children. With the enrichment program, let me say this.
Okay.
Enrichment is not as difficult as we make it. We started out doing the very basic. We were playing football and all that stuff with the kids. We were taking Bluetooth speakers out there. We was dancing with the kids. We were just doing something to keep them coming to us.
Yes.
As our program grew, we started doing other things. I am so excited this year because now we're offering a technology class where we're teaching the kids 3D printing. We have a whole facility that we turned into a free event center for children. So they'll be able to come in and do video games and coding classes and interactive play, things of that nature. So as your organization grows, then you can offer more activities. But with your enrichment, if you're out there playing baseball or basketball or soccer with those kids, they consider that enrichment. That's physical. That's fitness.
Okay.
Those are great things. Tutorials, helping them with their homework, arts and crafts. Enrichment do not get scared when you hear enrichment.
Okay.
Enrichment is an open area. Our sponsor just gave us a whole binder of enrichment activities for 1 year. Now, we choose not to do. We choose not to do that part of the enrichment because we want to do greater things this year. But
Okay.
the enrichment part is the simple part.
Yeah. So there was a question that says, is there an opportunity to even hire oneself like yourself? Can you be on the payroll? If you
Yes.
are the executive director, are you able to be on the payroll?
Yes. And this is what a lot of people do not understand when they start looking at their board and saying, well, we can't get paid. You cannot get paid if you're not working dual positions.
Okay.
In one capacity, you're the director, but in the other capacity, you the cook. You get paid for being the cook.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why I say we need to gain the knowledge when it comes to these organizations.
Yes.
It's because we hear something from somebody, oh, you can't do this. Yes, you can.
And it's legal. And that is legal, you guys. It's not illegal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I remember that. I remember that because back when I was in the child care, they would I always get that call from that same sponsor. Miss Nikki, who's your cook? Me, ma'am. Can you please send me your hours? And I was like, oh, sorry.
Exactly. So there's ways.
Yes, wisdom is everything. You're absolutely correct.
And that's what I teach. I try not to let people go out and jump into this program and you don't know what you can do and what you can't. No, there's a lot of people don't realize that there's more than one 501. There is actually 66 different 501s.
Yes.
Everybody go out and get a 501c3. Well, your organization may not fall under the 501c3. It may fall under the 501 C7. So this is knowledge that we have to get.
Yes, it is great information, Miss Sonia. It is.
Right. We got to get this knowledge to be able to operate the way we're supposed to.
Yes. So let me ask this here. Listen, you guys, we are talking to Carroll Smith. You guys, we are talking in regards to this amazing nonprofit organization opportunity for the at-risk after-school feeding program, the National Food Feeding Program. You probably, if you're in childcare, you're familiar with this. This is your food program information. And I really think, Carroll, too, not only should nonprofit organizations come to that, do you know that there are some childcare centers that have no clue that they can get the at-risk feeding for their after-schoolers?
If I have any childcare facilities on here, and if you're already serving dinner, know that all you have to do is say you want to become an at-risk site. What does that mean? You have a place that the public can come and get meals. The children can come and eat. Let me not say get meals because people think they can just come pick them up. The children can come and receive a meal from you at your facility, and you provide enrichment as long as you do not mix those groups together. Your child care is one area, your at-risk is another one. You can still get the same reimbursement.
So, Carroll, let me ask this. I remember back with child care licensing, because I used to have a teen program, and that's how we served our babies, our teenagers. I had to get a waiver and variance for that program. Is that still in existence?
Form 2952.
That's it. That's it.
Form 29. Actually,
2952. I am not a child care facility for ages 12 to 18. Yes.
Exactly. Actually, the work I said that I had to do tonight once I got offline is filling out Form 2952. Because there's some organization that wants to do the waiver, so it shows that you're not a child care facility, but you are providing a skills program for at-youth risk, and now you do not have to go through the red tape of child care license. Once again, that's all the stuff that I teach you in my class.
And it gives the children access to come and go freely.
Yes. So anybody.
So, Carroll, one more big thing, because I know they want to know, like, are you supposed to have a actual application on these kids, or what is the rules as far as with your at-risk children?
So
Now, y'all, this about to bless y'all real good right here.
I want to put it the easiest, most simple way as I can put it.
Say how you feel it.
According to the state of Texas, Texas Department of Agriculture, the only thing that you have to get from these children is their first and last name and their date of birth. There's no forms for them to fill out. You don't need no social security number. You don't need no birth certificate. You need none of that. All you need to know is this is Billy Jane, and Billy Jane was born January the 3rd, 2016. You write Billy Jane's name down. Once you get her name, you put Billy Jane in the computer system. The next time Billy Jane come, baby, what's your name? Billy Jane. Billy Jane was here and got her meal. That's it. Nothing else. Simple, plain, cut, dry.
I know, Tisha. Ain't it cool? See, this is what I be talking about, y'all. Y'all have to understand there is opportunities out there, and this is just a few nuggets.
Yes.
Carroll has an amazing basic informational that's going to cost you $75. That's going to end up getting you $62,000 of funding that you're able to be a blessing to all in your community. And this will really seriously help you to continue the great work that you do in your nonprofit organization. Now, Carroll, we talked about that. What are some of the things you cannot buy? Because you know somebody, oh my Lord, somebody gonna try to buy something and they gonna be in trouble. So what can we not buy?
You cannot buy Oreos.
Yes.
I'm gonna be real. How can I put this?
Yes, she is the woman of the hour. Absolutely.
Okay, so with this program, you have to make sure the items that you're buying is credible for the program. Something else that I teach you in the class: what you can buy, what you can't buy. You cannot go out and buy you a Mercedes car. You cannot pay your house note at these funds. You cannot pay for your son's wedding pictures. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, you can't. And I'm sorry. You.
No, don't be sorry. Tell the truth.
Okay, so Miss Nikki told me to tell the truth. You cannot take these people money and do what you want to do with it. It is for the food program. Now, can you pay yourself nicely? Yes. I said I wasn't going back to child care for a reason. Financially, I love my job. Emotionally, I love my job. Mentally, I love my job. But I love my job financially.
Yeah.
Why do I say that? Because according to this program, which is another great aspect, they do not have a cap on what you pay. So what does that mean? That means that your administrators that are basically running this program, you can pay them what they're worth.
Yes.
Everybody that is working in the program that is not an administrator, they're willing to come to work because their money is good money.
Yeah.
The difference in this, if the program is done right, you see people go from one level to the next level. If you're not being greedy and trying to take everything for yourself.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
No, you said it right. Oh, we don't hold our tongues back here, because the truth of it is that this is an empowerment moment to really seriously take people from a place of they're making nothing, basically nothing, to a level where they're able to really seriously, they're able to take care of their families, because the inflation of bills have went up. Like the cost of living has went into, oh my God. And we know that in our early childcare days, those people had heart that was just making $8.25. They had hearts. So just imagine you're now able to give your staff, starting them off at $15 and getting them to come to work every day, work with a smile, because their check is going to be really nice at the end of the pay period.
One of the greatest things for me when it comes to this program is finally being paid what I'm worth.
Yeah.
Having individuals to actually appreciate the value that I bring to the program, but
Yeah.
watching those same individuals appreciate the value that everybody else brings to the program.
Yes. Because really, honestly, that's one of the problems that was really shown in the programs. And I can speak as a past owner of a child care facility. My heart was, and I was paying my staff $9.50, which at that time that was considered to be big money.
Right,
And so, I really, but my heart was like, I want to give them more. I want to make sure I give them more because it was just a blessing to have people dedicated to come to work.
Yes.
And not only did they come to work, they came and they had a beautiful heart. They loved the children. We were amazing together in the building and they had a good time. So it was like, Lord, how can we come up with more funding so we'll be able to give more? And it's programs like this that really seriously, it was a blessing.
This program, and there's a few other programs out there that's under the Texas Department of Agriculture that are great programs for any nonprofit organization to get involved with. Of course, I have a favoritism for this program because I am currently working in this program. I've gained so much knowledge. One of the things that I think is important for individuals to understand, if you're going to get in this program, do me a favor, have a heart for the kids.
Yeah.
You're not getting it because you've heard what it can make. Yes, that is a great difference. But have a heart for the kids.
Yes.
Literally, we see lines of people lined up
to
get meals. It's heartbreaking and it's rewarding to pull up and you see a line down the street before you can get to the apartment complex. Or with our main location, the line is going down the street several blocks.
Wow.
And this is an everyday ordeal. This is not okay every now and then. No, every day. That means that there are literally children out there going hungry.
Yeah.
To know that you are bringing something to them that's going to help them have a greater day is what should be rewarding to you. Let's not just look at the financial side of it.
Yes.
Honestly, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm going to, Miss Nikki told me to be real.
Oh, yeah, say it right.
If you're not about giving these kids real meals, please don't contact me.
Say it now, ma'am.
The reason why I say that is I'm never going to tell you to give them kids peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Trust me. Their mama got peanut butter and jelly. These kids want something that they're not getting. And forget about all their low-income areas and their mom get benefits. And okay, they do. We all know that everybody don't do what's right with their benefits. That is not our business.
Right.
Our business is that we bring something to them that they're missing. And we get caught, a lot of people get caught up in the wrong thing. We lose focus on the original purpose. The original purpose is to make sure that these children are getting good meals.
Yes.
And that they're getting a good enrichment. We want to help produce more productive adults. How do you do that? You start with the kids.
Yes. Yes.
So now, if you're coming in for that reason, then when you're making your menus, you're not going to have bologna sandwiches on there one day and hot dogs the next day and then dried out tuna fish the next day. Yeah. Literally, we do barbecue ribs, baked beans, and potato salad. We do shrimp Alfredo. If you go and look at my page, my personal page and my business page, you'll see pictures on there of the different foods that we serve. I'm looking for organizations that want to go that extra mile.
Yes.
No.
So wait a minute, Carol. So you're saying that my little sandwich, or the little Lunchable, it's not gonna be enough?
According to you can't. Miss Nikki, always gonna be the person to catch you with that question. I'm gonna try to say it the right way. Your meal might be creditable according to what they say you can serve, but is your meal something that you would eat? I'm not gonna put anything on my menu that I'm not gonna eat other than broccoli. I don't eat broccoli. It's on
I
my menu.
love broccoli.
Listen, I don't eat broccoli. I can't even stand the smell of it. But we're gonna make sure we give them kids some broccoli.
Yeah.
They love it. I don't. If
Yeah.
I don't want it, I'm not putting it on my menu.
Yeah.
I don't want bologna sandwich. I don't
Exactly.
I don't. I'm not gonna tell them kids that I'm giving them. Let me come up with something off the top of my head. Some peanuts, because I'm saying it's my meat. A banana, because that's my fruit. A bag with some carrots in it, because that's my vegetable. Some whole wheat crackers, because that's my grain. And some milk. I'm not giving that to them kids. Don't give me no peanuts. Don't even give me that combination. Now, is there people out there doing it? Yes. I'm going to tell you what happens. Their kids ain't coming to get their food neither. And they talk about the program don't work. No, your food don't work. Give the kids something that they want, and they coming. So I'm dropping that nugget. If you're going to be part of the program, know that you got to do something.
Someone said, is your meal a meal? Okay, listen. That need to be on a poster. We need to who said that? We need to put your name. It says Facebook user. Please put your name there because we want to give you credit for that. Is your meal a meal? Listen.
That's gonna be my next advertisement.
Yeah.
Is your meal a meal?
Is your meal a meal?
Or is it just a little crummy snack?
Ooh. Because and that's what I love because one thing about it is that look, okay, so Miss Moore, all right, Miss Korean Moore, she said, is your meal a meal? We will be giving you credit for that, okay?
Yes.
I need to write that down. Is your meal a meal? Because see, I was just, when I was in early child care ownership, I knew that I'd never forget. It was so funny because people call licensing on you for anything. It don't matter. And it didn't matter. And they called and they said, we didn't feed the kids. And so my rep came out and she laughed. I said, what's so funny? She said, you're not over here feeding these kids. So let's investigate. Picture to picture. I had a deep freezer in the back, another refrigerator, a commercial refrigerator in the kitchen. And I opened up everything. I said, well, you go on in there and see, you know where everything is. She say, you just bought all this food today? I say, yeah, sure did. And we laughed because she's like, look like a whole lot of frozen meats and vegetables and different things that I say, yeah, so I'm not understanding. They said you feed the kids corn dog every day. I said, I have one child that love a corn dog every day. And if that's what he likes to eat every day, I give him the corn dog. But his return for me is he has to eat the green beans. So that's our trade-off. He loves corn dogs. I need him to have some green beans. So he eats him some vegetables and he gets his corn dog. And his mom is okay with it. She's like, I already knew. I say that to say, you got to give, you got to take. But then he messed around one day and he wanted something else. And I was ready to give him something else. Why? Because children make decisions on what they see. And especially if you are providing them with a good looking plate, like you said, they going to come back for it. And they going to tell somebody else.
Exactly.
And if you serve it real good, the parents going to even be trying to sit in there and try to get them a meal or two. So is there a way that we can get credit for the parents too?
There's not a way that you get credit for the parents because the program does operate for children ages 3 to 18. Now, our nonprofit organization, what we have done, because we are also involved in other programs that bring in money to
please and thank you
to the program, is we will make extra and say, okay, this is our extra. Because there's going to be people that come and see you giving away meals and they're hungry.
Yeah.
But can you use food program funding for that? No, you cannot. But that is why I also advise people get involved in other programs
Yes.
that you can be able to do extra stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Now there is programs for adult feeding.
Okay.
Those programs are normally for adult daycares or adult group homes. You have to have the right sponsor for that. I am not affiliated with any sponsors that do adult daycares at this time.
Okay.
If anyone is looking for information on that, I can definitely get
She said, well, parents, teen moms, technically.
yeah,
Yes,
now they can
13,
be paid.
18.
They covered. See, they are covered. As long as they between ages 13, 18, I don't care.
I'm a child of the king.
And the king gonna feed you. We ain't gonna feed you. We ain't gonna get reimbursed for you. Now the king got you.
I'm a child of the king. Jesus is my daddy.
We follow what he put in place. Now we're gonna follow these rules. Cause I told you I don't like them calling them jumpsuits.
I'm a child of God.
So like I
Look,
said,
feed them all. Absolutely. Exactly.
there are so many
Yes.
different programs that you can get involved in. Anyone who's interested in an adult side of the program, I can definitely share information with you on that. Once again, I'm not affiliated with any sponsors that are currently sponsoring the adult program, but there is information out there for it.
Yes. And you know what, Carol? I think that, I'm gonna push you. I already know I'm pushing you now. Let me publicly push her, y'all. Ma'am, I think you definitely need to go on and prepare yourself for that too, because there's so many seniors who don't get a good quality meal, no slight to no services, those meal services that come and roll over, but they still need good quality meals. Like, come on now. They really would. And I think that really seriously, that's a program that's needed to be addressed as well with our seniors and those who are I say special indifferences, our special needs. And I think that is really, really, really important that we're able to serve and feed them as well. Because again, as an organization, that's another entity and area where we can be able to help them. Yes,
So
thank you so much.
Nikki, it's funny that you mentioned that because my goal for purpose driven business in the year 2023, by the end of the first quarter, is that we will be doing full service training for the at risk food program for child care facilities and for individuals that want to do services for seniors. And
Yes.
so I am obtaining the knowledge now that is necessary to be able to train in those areas. So by the end of the first quarter 2023, purpose driven business will be covering those things as well, along with doing full nonprofit classes, teaching you, even if
Yeah.
it's not the food program, how to properly set your nonprofit organization up, how
Yeah.
to maintain good business records. We will have bookkeepers that's going to be on hand
Oh,
for
good.
hire for nonprofit organizations, things of that nature. So, purpose driven business has a lot of things coming
Yeah.
up the year 2023, along with Ladies of No Excuses will be moving full force into providing programs to help women get on track in the
Yeah.
business world. We want to see every woman that has a great business idea that is just sitting dormant in their mind and in their spirits. We want to help
Yeah.
develop that to get them to where they need to be.
So let me ask you this here, and you guys, everybody that's joining in, this is Carroll No Excuses Smith, and she has purpose driven business, and we're super excited about this. Tonight is our birthday kickoff, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Listen, Carol, um, if y'all have questions, you guys, y'all have questions about, we're talking about nonprofit organizational at risk feeding. We're talking about serving community. And anything that you guys may have a question in regards to, she also has a thorough background expertise in early child care. So she's trying to tiptoe out, but no. We're going to keep her training and keep her, and she can go anywhere. So she's not just loving in Houston, but she's also able to go to all the great states and even out of the country itself. So, oh yeah, I'm speaking to you, girl. I ain't playing with it. And so, you guys, if y'all have questions and you just want to get more knowledge, Carroll has an informational. She has a workshop coming up. $75. Invest in yourself. Carroll, why is it important? Seriously, let's tell people, because I know that that's an area, and this is for people who may feel like I don't have the funds. But how really, honestly, how important would that $75 really change their life?
Honestly, Nikki, let's. I'm trying to get people out of saying what they don't have.
Yeah.
Investing. If you don't invest in you, who else is going to do it?
Ooh.
We have to start investing in ourselves.
Yes.
We invest in riding nicely. We invest in living nicely, but we
Yes.
don't invest in the baby that's in our bellies that's waiting to be birthed, who does not take care of their child. Sometimes the only way we can get to the next level if we spend a little to get there. I've personally learned. I was one of these people like, I'm not paying for that. I'm just gonna find out for myself. Till my schedule got too busy to sit down and research, and then I was researching, I was falling asleep. So then I start paying for things. I start saying, I'm worth it. I'm worth this $75. I'm worth this $250. I'm worth this plane ticket to go and take this training. I'm worth these 2 hours to sit and listen to this virtual class. Why am I worth it? Because there's something on the inside of me that needs to come out. And the only way it's going to come out is that I equip myself with the necessary tools. Because when I step out, I want to be great. I cannot step out unprepared. So now I have to have the tools that's necessary. It goes back to what I said earlier. I'm grateful for everything that I went through because they were tools to equip me for my greater purpose. And so investing in yourself goes a lot further than taking the class. Let me pause and say this. If you're interested, I want you to take the class. $75 is nothing for your nonprofit organization to grow. But also invest in yourself by reading more.
Yes.
Invest in yourself by staying off of social media and listening to something more. I got this thing now. Every morning I get up and I listen to Les Brown.
Yes.
Every morning. I get up and I listen to Les Brown. A lot of stuff I'm listening to it is something I listened to before. But guess what I'm doing? I'm investing in my mindset. Everything that it takes to invest in you all doesn't always call for money. If you can't invest in your own mental capabilities, you will never be successful in business because you have to.
Do you know Deisha Jenkins? Because she was on last week, and y'all must know each other because she just said that last week.
Oh,
keep going. Deisha just said that. Deisha is in the comments. Deisha just said this last week, so I know God has put you all on the. Oh my God, keep going. Oh yes.
The investment in yourself is greater than any investment that you can make in anything else. Nikki was laughing at me. I don't even know how I ended up on this show because she called and asked me something. I was like, Nikki, I was gonna call you today because you're doing what I've been wanting to do. I just been scared. And so she was like, okay, it's over. You're on the show. And I was like, what? Literally. And I had her laughing earlier. I went and bought lights, a microphone, a webcam, all this stuff in less than 7 days. Why? Because not only did I see this as an opportunity to come out of my fear of being online and talking to people via online, because y'all, I don't do this. This is probably my first time. But I also said, okay, if I can get through it on her show, you know what? I can equip myself to do my own. So I went and bought all this stuff this week. Now, my daughter told me, she's like, Mama, come on. Why did you go spend that? I invested in myself. I can clearly tell you, I'm looking at my investment and I know now that it was worth it because all this stuff just built up something else in me. Investing in yourself is always the first and foremost thing that you have to do.
Yep.
You cannot look for other people to give it all to you. You got to go get some of it for yourself. And the great part of getting it for yourself, I'm not being funny. You can sit back and say, yeah, God was on my side. I ain't gonna never take his credit. So Lord, I ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
But you know what? I finally believed in myself. I finally believed in myself and didn't go out and buy them pair of shoes, but took this business course.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I did not buy those pair of shoes and took this business course, now when I go to buy them shoes, I can buy them in 2 different colors. Why? Because I took the step to invest in myself. Miss Nikki, and I see you there, but I have to say this. Thank you for investing in you, because just because you invested in yourself 6 years ago, here you are pouring into me. You just opened a whole nother door for me. And so I have to publicly say, thank you. Don't stop what you're doing. Know that it's worth it. Even when it get hard. Because you gave us those nuggets about 360. Child, we doing a whole nother investment.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't get anything out of this tonight, know that you're worth it.
Yeah.
Know that there's purpose in you. It's not by coincidence that any of us are on here tonight. I am pretty sure everybody has something else they could be doing.
Yep.
Invest in yourself. Yep. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm never going to tell everybody I got it all together. My life is crazy right now.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
But whether it's crazy or not, I'm not going to stop investing in myself.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get upset, like, I shouldn't have spent all that money. I was like, okay, I'll just be sitting down this week. Instead of eating Burger King for lunch, I've been dying a Paris pork chop. Going to get one. Yeah, I'm not going to get it this week neither, because I spent Paris money on these microphones.
Yeah.
But it's an investment for me to become a better me for me. And if I'm better for me, then those people that are connected to me, or those people that I come in contact with, I can be better for them. But I can't be better for them until I'm better for me.
Better for you. Yep. It's the truth.
Miss Nikki, don't, because you're going to make me go there. Don't do that. And anybody else, okay, it's your birthday. We're not going to do this.
Because it's like, I just said that I was going to throw in the towel. Like last year, we came on for half the year, and it was like, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm going to leave it alone. We're not going to do it. And the craziness of it is that, like, release. You're so right, because it was like, and that was my gift to my son, because I'm a parent of legacy. I love to give legacy to my kids. And my son, it was his birthday, August the 5th, and I wanted to give him something because I like to leave legacy for my children. And that is, we're about resources. We're helping people. This is just another entity of what we do in Simply Her movement, the nonprofit side of things. But to be able to share this moment for my son, and we started out, we were supposed to be on a radio, because it was like, I want to be a radio host and I want to be a talk show host. And we started off on the radio, great opportunity, like you said, about investing in yourself. Paid money to invest in what we do, and didn't get what we paid for, but got more than enough. And the thing of it was, what we got was, you can do this. Even though it was trials and errors and situations and things, and it wasn't on our part, but guess what? We kept going each and every Sunday. And my niece started out as my producer. She was diligent each and every Sunday. We went through what we needed to go through. We showed up every day. We moved from the radio station, and we were doing the webcam. And I said, we are a talk show. And we went from a talk show, a radio show, to a talk show where people were tuning in. And to get people in on a Sunday, it was like, okay. And they never knew what it was. Like, I laughed because when you said, I got a webcam, I got the light. And we started out with just a little laptop, webcam, a open conference room. And to go from there to here we are now, we're streaming on StreamYard. And that's an investment. $25 a month is an investment. $25. And that's a part of something that we do. And it's amazing because you would think, oh, okay, I can't pull this off. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Take the $25, do what you got to do, set up your space, create the atmosphere, set the tone. Like I was telling you, I said, Carroll, okay, move over, do this, do that. And that atmosphere there, I'm looking in your background. I'm like, look at the pictures, okay? And here I am looking. I said, okay, now we got to get Carroll some nice little, her favorite color little drapes right there. They got to go right there. So if that's her spot, because there's a picture there, it sits in tone. And I'm like, okay. And here we are having amazing conversation. You did not seem scared to me, but I know what it was and I know how it is. And Carroll, some days I get on here, I feel so low about the moment, right? But then I get on and I be like, I'm ready. I'm ready because somebody's expecting us. Somebody's expecting us. Somebody was looking for you tonight. Somebody was expecting who you are. Somebody was looking for the words that you said. There's somebody with a nonprofit organization who said, I need finances. I need some kind of program. I have a heart to love people. I have a heart to build for children. And I need something. And so they have this heart. And here you are telling them, you can make it. And here's how we can be a blessing and serve people. It's going to take some work. But yeah, it's going to work. And so it's all about putting people in position to be loved, to put people in position to know what they need. And to, like, look, Sonia Townsend said, thank you, Monica, for inviting me. Like, I was so excited to see Monica's, like, she had questions. I know Monica's story. She's like, I have questions. And you answer them questions and you just lit.
Nikki, I'll say this.
Yeah, she said, she told me no excuses, Connie. No excuses, because there is none. There's no excuse, Corinne. There's no excuses. There's no excuses on us getting the work in. There's no excuses. We can't give up now because there's work that has to get done. There is an expectation. And if nobody else wants to go, nobody else want to do the work, you got to show up. And so, like I said, when I say low days of just like, man, ain't nobody gonna show up, ain't nobody gonna jump on. It's not the popular person for them. It's not the popular person for that. But I also remember I say, baby, if only one person get on, that's the popular person for that particular individual. And I know how it goes, Carroll. People watching the replay, and I love my replay viewers. I know that there are some people that would love to get on with us while we're live with their genuine hearts. But I know that people watch us in the replays because they just want to be nosy. And even to those nosy people, I tell them all the time, get nosy enough to win with us, because you don't never have to say that I am giving you the knowledge that you need publicly, but I can see you working. Because when I see you working and you doing what you saw on the show, it's like it's happening. Tisha was on the show last week talking really good about the disassessment. I have seen several people on their posts posting about what Tisha said. I said, oh, you couldn't come live with me, but you was on it. So I want to encourage you. Keep looking, keep watching, keep going. Don't you give up, and don't put yourself in position to where you stop. Keep going. You got to keep going. And we're a nonprofit organization. And I'm the last person to always talk about donations that we need and everything. But we need things. And as a founder, as a executive director, I take my time out each and every year because we close down in September the 30th. That's our last day of public service, right? We serve all the way from January to September. And we do public service, all events, all givings and everything. But then we take a break. My team and I, we take a break and we just do our quiet giving. That's our time when we go and we invest in our trainings. We invest in building relationships. We clean up because we have to start again for January, open hand give back day. So October, November, December, and we serve others. We volunteer. We serve. We do the servicing. We're out there, and I don't wear my shirt. I wear somebody else's shirt. I don't want to talk about Simply Her. I want to talk about your nonprofit organization. So when you ask the questions, and this is how, Carroll, this great platform with great people like you, how you get on this platform is because people ask me, Nikki, how do you get the great knowledge? How do you be so great? Because it's great people like Carroll Smith who tell me in the privacy, Nikki, I don't feel like I can do that. And I snatch them out in the public and say, you're gonna do it because you told me how to do it. And it's great people like her. I don't mind sharing this resource. You know why? Because she know how to help you win. But you gotta also invest in yourself. I don't ask y'all to do no more than what I do. I don't get services free from Carroll. You know why? Because I respect Carroll's business. Whatever price she tells me, I pay it. You know why? Because I respect that friendship. And I want my friend to win. If she say it's free, I'ma always fight with her. We gonna do something. Well, let's go to lunch. Let's do that. Because I don't want her to ever think that I'm looking to get it for free. That's not how we prove who we are. And if you don't have it, let me help you there. If you do not have it, because me and Carroll have border services with each other. If you do not have it, work for each other. You gotta value people. You gotta value people. I value you.
I want to piggyback off of something that you said to make sure that from my end, everyone understands that it takes people like you. It takes people with a giving heart to be able to reach other people.
Yeah.
It takes people with a real story. Nothing that has been said here tonight was said by mistake.
Yeah.
Everything that has been said, whether you said it, whether I said it, whether it was put in the comments, was what God intended to happen on tonight. I think everybody should take whatever nugget they received and apply that nugget to their lives so they can become better.
Yeah.
You just help birth the next branch in my nonprofit organization. Here I am thinking I'm coming on to share when I was actually coming on to birth. And so that lets me know, even when I'm birthing, even when I'm going through pain, even when I'm going through fear, God is still putting me in a place to be a blessing to somebody else. And I am grateful for the opportunity. This is history for me. This is the 6th birthday of your organization, but it's the
of our show, of our shirt, our show. And our organization birthday is in October. October the 25th is our 6th. We're 6. We're going to be 6 in October for our nonprofit organization. Our show is 6 years old today.
Wow.
The Simply Her Empowerment Connection show on the 5th. We turned 6 years old. Yeah. And it's crazy because I was looking in the comments and my son, he came on. So I'm super excited. Happy birthday, Kylan.
Wow.
Yeah. She said, you just birthed mine too. Listen.
Wow. Look at you, midwife. Look at you being white.
Listen, nah, I can't take credit. That's God. I just know that I'm a pusher. I'm a driver. I drive people to where they need to go. I know my lane. I'm a driver. And that's what I do. I drive you where you need to go and I drop you off. And that's just what it is because yeah.
Legacy.
Thank you so much, you guys. I mean, like yeah, Carol,
Oh,
because
Mr. Ricky. Hey, Mr. Ricky. Y'all, that is one of so let me say this publicly. I've been giving Mr. Ricky Pure D trouble, and Mr. Ricky has been giving me Pure D trouble. Together We Stand is his newly found nonprofit organization, and he will be starting the at-risk feeding program in August. So
go ahead,
yay,
Mr.
Mr.
Ricky.
Ricky!
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Ricky.
That is one of my clients, and boy, he know how to call and go there with me, and we go there together. And that
Yeah,
entire family has been a
he
blessing to
said,
me.
thank you guys for the insight. Really enjoyed the show. See?
Wow,
See what I'm saying?
wow. Okay, so that was special to me.
Thank
That
you,
is one of my
Tisha.
new clients.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like you just, I mean, I got to publicly have this conversation with you. And that is, Carol, even though the weapons may be formed up against you, they shall not prosper. You got to do what God said do. Don't let people try to put you in a position where you really seriously cannot do what you need to do. Understand that you're birthing it out. And yes, you push very hard today. That baby is really seriously out on the surface. Now that that baby is there, protect that baby, build that baby, and let that baby go and let that baby do what it's supposed to do because that baby is running. And you know that. You know this baby literally came out and it ran. It's running. And it's running to the purpose of where it needs to be. There's more people like Mr. Ricky. There's more people like Sonia. There's more people like each and every person that has joined in tonight that need what you have. We just got to be positioned well. Oh, I feel help in this room. You just got to be positioned well. I just got to be positioned well. Whoever's watching on the live, you got to be positioned well so God can show up and show out in your life. Stop letting people tell you you can't, because you can. And the realization of it is that you're allowing your past to be the real reason on why you don't want to push yourself. But let me explain to you, your past has purpose. And that pain is what's going to get you there. And the thorn in your side, like Paul had, he left it there. Jesus left it there because you need to know he's not going to leave you nor forsaken you. So I'm just saying, we can't do this no more. Why we play small? You don't have to. You don't have to play small. You are big. And reason why you're so big is because God has given you big dreams. He's given you big goals, and he's allowed you to sit in some big spaces. This ain't catch you by surprise. The fact that you can sit there boldly and say, I don't let people tell me they can only feed at 40 when they know they have the capacity to feed at 600, at the minimum 600. That lets you know that you want people to go way beyond what they believe. And you're right. We're small, but we're mighty. So anybody who has a nonprofit organization, and this ain't just no good feeling thing, this is what we do for real. Friends don't let friends sit on the sideline and not win. Friends push friends where they need to go. This is divine connection and purpose for somebody. But I'm going to tell you real truth. If you're not looking to win, don't call this woman's phone and bother her. Because we're not doing that no more. We're not letting you pick brains. Because you can pay the $75 and get way more. She said it's an hour, but I know Carol. She will be with you for a long time. And if you don't have it, be transparent and say, I don't have the money, but I got $10. I got $15. What can I get? What kind of information can I get for the $35 I do have? Because all of us are sitting in something. Carol, I really wish you would tell them about how you walked into the office with no money when you told me you caught the Uber.
So,
oh, Jesus. I'm trying to hold myself.
So 4 years ago, and I said tonight, I told God that I whatever he asked, I would do it. 4 years ago, I had nothing. I had lost everything I had. I had 2 bags of clothes to my name. All I had was my knowledge. I got a call that said, hey, I need you to come do something for me. A guy that I had met but did not know. Needed some work done, some paperwork done for his daycare facility. Somebody told him, hey, you need to talk to her. He called me, and so let me be honest with you. My mindset was, I'm going over here and I'm going to do this paperwork. I had in my mind what I was going to charge him, what I needed him to put in my hand, and I was going to leave there, and I was going to the car lot because I knew if I could get me a vehicle, I knew that I could sign up for some trainers to train childcare workers. I knew that I had a way to make some money. You can't take my knowledge. You can take everything material, but you cannot take my knowledge. So I walked into this office, and the guy and I talked. I told him what it was going to cost. He was in the process of looking for a director, and I had a couple people I had just trained. And so I called one young lady, and he talked to her, and he said, tell her if she comes sign up with me, I'll give her a house free for 6 months. The man didn't know I didn't have nowhere to stay. Wait a minute, let me clear it up. I had somewhere to stay. I didn't have a place of my own. I was living with someone. I said, huh? He said it again. So I told her, and she said, I got to get with my husband. Needless to say, when I walked out the guy's office, I had the check that I needed. I also had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and a job. When I came into his office, I had nothing but 2 bags of clothes. I've been with this organization now for 4 years. My life changed that day because somebody took a chance to really believe in my abilities. I remember I was telling him about this program. Hey, we need to do that risk program. He was like, okay, y'all, whatever. It's like, no, we really need to do that risk program. Went to a training, make a long story short, here we are doing the at-risk program. This is a person that knew nothing about the at-risk program, but took a chance in what I said. And this is why I can sit here and look into this camera and say, never give up. This is why I can say that even in the worst parts of your life, that there's still somebody out there that will believe in you. Here's the key. Once you come in contact with that person that truly believes in you, don't mess it up. Do everything that you're supposed to do because they did not have to take a chance on you. If you want to see things turn around in your life, I dare you not to give up on yourself and always believe that somewhere, somehow, a change is going to come. I honestly went to hustle that man. I needed a car. I went to hustle him. He going to give me this deposit? I'm going to leave here and go get a car. I'm going to do his paperwork. Now, I was going to do his paperwork. Then I'll come back and get the rest of my money. My mind said one thing. My thoughts are not God's thoughts. My ways are not his ways. God knew what he had in store for me when I got there. And my life has been totally different ever since. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, and most definitely financially. I'm making money now that I've never made all the days of my life. And let me just be honest, I never thought I would. I wanted to. I wanted to. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I didn't believe it would happen because I had did so much. So many people had used me. Then God made a difference. It's not the end of the road. Your story is not over. And I know this is stuff we hear people say all of the time. I'm a living witness. I hear Miss Nikki talking about legacy. And my daughter blessed me a week ago. Because one of my things has always been, I wanted my kids to see that I could. And so when I get a text message and my daughter's saying, Mama, what's this? And she's talking about the food program. And every morning I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have text messages where she's researching and now she wants to be a part. I can't do nothing but be overjoyed that opportunity 4 years ago is now rolling down to my children. Now my grandchildren will be blessed. And so I said, I want to leave something for my family to stand on. It started 4 years ago and I didn't even know it. Don't throw in the towel, is all I can say. Once again, I'm not saying that I got it all together. I'm not saying I'm there. I'm not. But I'm definitely not where I used to be. I see a different path. The only thing about me is I'm not trying to go up the ladder by myself. Anybody who want to go up the ladder, I want you to come on. Come go with me. We're going to go up this ladder together. And when we get to where we stumble right there, we're going to stumble. We're going to encourage one another. We're going to dust ourselves off. And we're going back up that ladder. Because at the end of the day, I'm only as great as the people that are connected to me. I don't want to be great by myself. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to grow with growers. I want to go with the goers. My old pastor, Pastor Chris Wright, used to tell us all the time, we going with the goers. I did not understand that until I realized the goers wasn't that many. Miss Nikki, you done messed me up today. You got it, Miss Nikki? We got a double Miss Nikki, y'all.
So you guys, my phone went straight out. See, you know when you're doing something right because the enemy tries to get you.
Wow.
And my phone went straight out. But I wanted to make sure that Carol got to finish that off. And I just appreciate it. So on the other phone, I'm not sure. I can't hear. That's when we talked about technical difficulties. But the show went on. Listen, Carol, I thank you. We got to get you back because, again, you guys, you have to know this lady's story is amazing. And I thank you, Carol. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tonight. Listen, I'm going to hurry up and jump us off of here. But if you want to stay connected to Carol, by all means, go in her inbox, talk to her, let her know, and get what you need. This has been amazing. Thank you all. Stay connected to us, and we will see you guys on next Sunday. Listen, it's not about what I say. It's about how I make you feel. And man, I hope I made you feel some type of way. Have an amazing night.
Thank you.